All rise. Judge Vanderbeek Court is now in session. Judge, this is case number JVB 1006, Shaw versus Shaw.
Thank you.
Welcome.
You all may be seated. Okay. Amelia Shaw, you brought this case before the court. What's going on?
So our daughter has been living with me for 2 years. We're separated, and she's currently not paying any child support. And I thought maybe she would grow up, but I guess it's time to force her hand. So.
Okay. Any reason why you're not paying child?
All right, folks. This case is about to get intense. A father has had full custody of his child for the past 2 years, and in all that time, the mother hasn't paid a single cent in child support. His patience has worn thin, and now he's taking legal action to hold her accountable. Twist. She's earning money, but instead of contributing to her child's well-being, she's blowing $2,000 a month on music festivals and personal expenses. Her excuse: the father makes more money than she does. But that argument isn't holding water, especially not with the judge, who's already questioning her priorities. This case isn't just about custody. It's about responsibility, financial accountability, and what it really means to be a parent. The mother tried to dodge her obligations, but today, the law is closing in. Let's see how it...
Is that your only reason?
Mm-hmm.
You know it doesn't really work like that, right?
Well, I spend a lot of time, I'm trying to build my career. I'm a hairstylist.
Okay.
So
congratulations.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
So I travel a lot. I don't have a lot of extra money.
When she says she travels a lot, she's at music festivals like every other weekend.
Every other weekend is a bit excessive.
It's networking. I'm trying to do hair for bands.
Let me ask you a question. How much are these trips costing you every other weekend?
Probably close to $1,000.
Close to $1,000, and you're going twice a month?
Yeah, sometimes.
You're spending $2,000 a month to go to music festivals when you could be paying child support. So that means you can afford to pay child support, right?
Well,
yeah. That means that, right?
I mean, yeah, probably.
So what's the reason that you're not paying? Because it can't be that she makes more money when you obviously have the finances to do it.
Well,
Father lays it out plain and simple. For the past 2 years, he's been raising their child entirely on his own, covering every expense without a dime of help. At first, he held out hope that she'd step up voluntarily, but that day never came, and now he's had enough. He's officially demanding child support, and his frustration? Absolutely justified. While she claims to be struggling financially, she's been jetting off to music festivals twice a month, spending thousands. That's not struggling. That's willfully choosing not to contribute. He knows she has the money, and the judge is seeing right through her excuses, too. Then comes the biggest red flag. She's never even attempted to help. No contributions to school fees, medical bills, or everyday necessities. Nothing. This case isn't about someone who can't pay. It's about someone who won't. And the judge is ready to make sure she doesn't get to ignore her responsibilities anymore.
when we talked about having a kid, she was sort of more enthusiastic about it than I was.
I'm the biological mother.
I'm trying to figure out,
biologically related.
but I'm trying to figure out what does that have to do with anything?
Well, it's kind of more on her, if you think about
Are you kidding me?
Well,
Because I gave birth to
I don't
the...
even understand what's going on right now. What do you mean that it's kind of more on her? It's your child too.
she wanted it more.
But you wanted it too, right?
Yeah, you were on board with this.
I was.
So you're going to still be on board with paying child support then? Because it's still your child. You don't get to pick and choose when you want to be a parent. It doesn't work like that. If you can spend $2,000 a month to go to music festivals, you can definitely pay her child support. And if you're out of town every other weekend, how are you seeing that child as much
She
as you
doesn't.
proclaim?
I
That doesn't make sense.
I FaceTime.
She's
Face-
drunk when she FaceTimes. Half the time I can't hand the phone over.
Indulge from time to time.
Right,
It's not
and
good.
I am not buying anything that you're over there talking about. So you know what I'm going to do? I'm going to get straight into the child support, and you are going to pay, okay? And I know you have the money, because according to your tax returns here, you make about $800 a week, right? Okay.
Now it's her turn. And her defense. She says she's focused on building her career as a hairstylist and insists she simply doesn't have any extra money. But her spending habits tell a very different story. The judge isn't buying it. After all, if she can afford luxury travel and music festivals twice a month, she can certainly afford child support. Then comes the bombshell. She implies that the child is more the father's responsibility because he wanted the child more. The courtroom goes silent. Even the judge's expression speaks volumes. That's not how parenting works. This isn't a hobby or a personal project one parent can opt out of. She helped bring this child into the world, and that means she's both legally and financially responsible.
I have your gross at about $3,200 a month. So you can afford to pay child support because you're spending $2,000 of that to go out of town, and that's based on what you said. That's not based on any calculation yet. Okay? All right? How many children?
Just one.
Just one child? Okay. So I have your net at $2,474.58. Who pays health insurance?
We have Medicaid.
Medicaid? Okay. So Medicaid has to be reimbursed to the state because that is a state benefit. So you are the one who is going to reimburse that money to the state. So what I have to do is take 9% of your gross, and that'll give me the health insurance amount that you'll reimburse to Medicaid. Comes out to $288. So when you add that to your monthly child support obligation of $494.92, that yeah, exactly. So you can afford it.
I think one music festival a month is enough.
And maybe you should take your daughter with you to the music festival.
I don't think so.
No?
No.
Oh.
I don't trust that.
Oh. Well, you know, now that she's paying child support, you really can't dictate what she does on her weekends. It's kind of how it works.
I just don't think that's a safe environment for a 3-year-old to be in.
It may not be, but until something actually happens, you can't dictate that. You wanted child support, you gave rights. You pretty much gave birth to a visitation rights. You understand?
Yeah.
And child support and custody are completely different. So that doesn't mean at any point, if she stops paying, that you can start denying her access to the child. It doesn't work like that.
Okay.
You all understand? Okay, anything further?
No, ma'am.
Anything further from you? Okay, if there's nothing further, you all are dismissed.
The judge doesn't waste a second. She orders child support on the spot. The numbers are clear. The mother is now legally required to pay $494.92 each month. But that's not all. Because the child is on Medicaid, she also has to reimburse the state an additional $280 per month. That brings her total monthly obligation to $782.92. Mother's reaction says it all. She walked into court thinking she could talk her way out of responsibility. Instead, she's walking out with a court order and a monthly bill. The judge drives the point home. Parenting is a full-time commitment, not something you can dip in and out of when it's convenient. Sure, she can keep going to music festivals if she wants, but now child support comes first. This is how the law works. Custody comes with responsibility, and whoever doesn't have custody pays. No exceptions. The mother tried to dodge her financial duties, but the judge shut that down without hesitation. This case makes one thing crystal clear: making money doesn't excuse you from supporting your child, especially if you choose to spend it on everything but your child. The judge didn't care about her excuses, her lifestyle, or how she chooses to spend her paycheck. The only thing that mattered was this: who's been taking care of the child and who hasn't. Came to court trying to avoid responsibility. She left with a court order. Parenting isn't optional, and now the law is making sure she pays her fair share.